Oh, Boom. Go. You honestly was that close, mate. The button had been applied. You said that word literally as the delay went.
Well, we won't know till it goes live, till it's finished later. Well, we can always go back and check.
Fox said a grown-up word.
I did.
He did. Anyway, enough of that. Let's be that word that wasn't said in the chat that is now haunting me. Welcome, folks. Welcome to Workbench Live with me, Festa from eModels, and the GNU himself, Fox from eModels. Yes, folks, us two idiots have been let loose on the internet by the guys over at eModels.co.uk. One-stop shop for all your model making needs. All of them. There you go, folks. And all of your God hand needs as well, folks. Don't forget, this is a family-friendly show, so we could just keep it nice and amiable and polite and nicey. Also, it is for eModels up in Stoke. And if we can just refrain from mentioning other retailers, we'll all be happy, suave, windswept and interested and go skipping off to the tulips there.
Yes.
Talking of Profesh and the Groovy Gang. Notice how I said the Groovy Gang. Didn't mean you. I'll go into the chat, mate. You put your I'm a Profesh knickers away, mate. I'm going to talk to the chat. First in, we got Jasmine saying, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well. Hello, Jasmine. How are you? The Seraphon Foxx there saying, how doodly to everyone. He also says, wonder if people have heard the half hour to go notification, because I hadn't. I had been the same. And literally, as I typed in, they must have heard you, because mine literally popped up. And then I went, ooh, matron, because... Yeah. He also got the 5-minute walled in. Yeah, there you go.
5 minutes.
I may have been mischievous as the pre-roll was playing as well, so apologies if I spooked anyone, but I couldn't help myself. Crafting with Jack, he says, evening, gents. Steve is in, says, good evening, young Festa and all. There must be someone else called Festa, mate, because I'm craggy and old.
Yeah, we're not young at all.
But, mate, I'll accept that, mate. I've got to screenshot that comment and send it to my missus so she can have it as a wallpaper. Jacqueline says hi to Jasmine, who then says it's a record -4 minutes before starting. And there's a long word there, Fox, that I'm struggling to decipher. He says it has gone out of the window.
Yeah, I can see the centre. There's like a big blur where that word is. And then
Must be some of that devil's metal, mate, and all of that.
Oh, yeah, we don't do that.
Anyway, I then immediately typed in that he had said the word, and Steve then says, what's this? And he's got the same problem there. There's blurriness in the typing. They got sticky keys on their keyboard. Ew.
Yeah. They've got like a bokeh filter just on certain letters in certain order.
Yeah, mine's that word, photo and etch. It just blurs out to me. Jasmine says, it's what we want, but never managed to attain. A bit like a growl kit. Yeah, sorry. If you thought you was going to get the P word with me and him, you're sadly wrong.
Yeah, very naive to expect that, I think.
He says, now I know what you mean. It's Professor Festa and he's a Fox. There you go.
Hey, I'm not an ism.
See, he got that right. Yeah, I'll go with that. Wolf Richie.
I don't want to be an ism.
Wolf Richie is in, says, hi all. Hello, Wolf. How you doing? From one wolf to the other wolf. Hi, all the wolves out there. See what I did?
Yeah.
Hi to Bubba Wolf as well. Big extra hugs.
Yes.
All the hugs.
Talking of which, I've just heard a noise, so I'll have to go and check on her in a minute.
Yeah, go now then, mate. I'm just finishing off the chat.
All right. Give me 2 secs.
Yeah, all right. Jasmine says, no, I would describe it as wanting Fox to finish about before Christmas 2030, but knowing it won't happen. Yeah, mate, he's going to be at least till 2034 just doing the gold, mate. Don't forget, he's then got to go in with a highlighting gold, then an even shinier gold for the tips. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of gold. James is in, the Retro Rabbit, saying hi, kids. Hello, James. Hello. Stefan Last is in. Good evening, all. This is the man who made me Google for about 20 minutes after Monday's show just to convince myself that I'd put the mouth on the right way up. 7 teeth along the bottom, 6 teeth along the top. It's on there, mate. But yeah, so there you go. Sophie loves...
Like that once.
Sophie, yeah. Sophie, I'll get there in a minute. You done? Sophie Loves RC saying hello, everyone. Hello, Sophie. How are you, my love? Jasmine says all should be about a kit. Jeff Light is in, says a very good evening, everyone. Hello, Jeff. Love and hugs to yourself and Maggie, mate. I hope you're all right. Everyone's saying hello to Jeff and Maggie. Dal Mac 3D is in, says good evening, everyone. Hello, Dal. How are you, mate?
Hello, Dale.
Ron Etam is in with an H, says hi, Colin Fox, and all in chat. Lord PJ of Lewistown is in, says good evening, Colin Fox, and everyone in chat. He's sat there, he's got his little wicker hamper on a custom-made hamper stool with its little slide-out table with his glass of Pimm's, and he's got a new...
Like that.
Yeah, he's got a new rest that goes along the side of his hand. It's the little pinky cushion, you know the one?
Is he holding the glass by the stem?
Yeah. The crust has been removed heartily from the cucumber sandwiches by his mate.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, PJ's in. How you doing, mate? Scout Modelling Chaos, a.k.a. Jasmine, says all this gold was Fox involved in the Hatton job. You never know.
Yep.
I've heard he's used to drilling over the weekend, that's all we'll say. How do you
brink.
do again, says Jeff. Crafting with Jackie, says hello again to Ron. Stefan Last says, yeah, sorry about that. Mate, honestly, I went through it, and I still had to go on. I looked at 7 builds and counted all the teeth, mate, and I was 100% correct. But you've restored my faith in myself, because I've at last realised that I can follow a set of instructions and I'm not a total simpleton. Many people think I am, so cheers, mate. You gave me a bit of credibility, geez. PJ says hi there to Dale. He says, well, with the Pims, you need a few strawberries. Yeah, PJ has his strawberries peeled. Ooh. Yeah, he's got a professional strawberry peeler. There you go.
Does he keep the little green thing on the end? That's so he can hold it by that.
Apparently, they jumped at the chance of the job because they found it appealing.
That's us for this week. We'll see you again in about 10 years.
Anyway, I digress. How's you? And above all, how's my mum?
I'm fine, but that's enough of that nonsense. Mama Wolf is fine. She's doing that thing where she watches her iPad at a ridiculously full volume because she's got headphones on listening to TV and she doesn't realise. No. So the noises I were hearing was actually from her iPad. It's so loud.
Bless her. Yeah, but don't forget, like my mum, your mum ain't deaf.
Well, according to her, she's not deaf.
Exactly.
That's what you mean there. Yeah. But yeah, she sits there with the headphones on listening to telly, but then doesn't realise. I don't know why she keeps turning the iPad up. It's like you can't hear it anyway.
My bubble say to us, what, you think I'm deaf or something? You mutter something. She goes, what? Yeah. It's like, yeah. Anyway, what are you up to?
She's fine. Tonight, I am carrying on with my Lord Kroak, as always. I was working on the skin last time for Lord Kroak, so I'm going to keep working on that to give it a second coat.
Yeah.
And maybe get started with the base coat on his wraps, maybe, as well.
Oh, there you go, mate. I'm impressed. I am proud of you.
How are you? How's my mum?
I'm fine. My mum is fine. Winnie is Winnie. That's all I'll say about that. She's fine and dandy. I'm going to be carrying on with my building that goes on the back of this lot. So we got the road done. This now needs to be weathered down, dusty and all of that lot. But I shall do that once I've got this wall done. And then working on the backboard, I've started chopping out where the doors are going to go.
Ooh.
If you remember last time, we thought that I was going to have to cut this wall back. Well, I decided not to. I decided to rebate it all out and chop it out. And the Eagle Idol spot that I've been in, and I've just done some bricks above it and little cracks and detritus. A door's going to go in there, which I've got just to my left. So that's going to sit in there. A few doors and cracks, a little mouse hole. And I'm working my way round the corner So I'm going to finish off chopping out the rest of this, put in the cardboard template that the doors will sit on, and then I'm going to start this wall, which is just off shot. There.
Are you like making little cubes and then scooping them up from underneath to take them out? Because that looks very satisfying.
Yeah, it's. I'll show you how I'm doing it. I've got a blade of cuttingness that you just basically run along like so. Yeah. Then all you do is you turn around sideways, you get it, and you just start pressing it into the styrene, just like that. Yeah.
Oh, that looks very, very satisfying.
You just bring it out, just like that. See? And that's all you're doing, mate.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it really is that simple, folks. That's all you're doing. So, yeah, you just got to remember you're using an open blade, so don't go too mad. Don't rush, just take your time. And then you can just lift it up, go in the other side, give it a wiggle. There's the next row. Done.
Little tiny wiggle.
It's great fun. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So hopefully before we go, I'll be able to toothpick the walls together and let you have a little preview of where we're going. So that's the plan.
Nice.
So, yeah, because, yeah, it's fun. Go on.
To answer Jasmine Allen, yes, I do plan on getting this finished before Christmas, thank you. I will probably do lots of it off camera at some point. Just haven't had a chance yet.
It takes as long as it takes.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing when I've done this, though.
What?
I'll get the Imperial Knight that I started. I'll work on that on the show instead.
Can't I remember that?
Yeah, I started filming it, did some lovely metal spraying on it.
Yeah.
And then everything went on fire.
Pretty much, yeah. Very nearly amputated my finger there. See, I have to be careful with these because obviously I am Captain Twitchingness.
Yeah.
I just need to be a little bit careful. And I've got a big bag next to me that all of these offcuts are going in because you can make little tiny bricks out of them, bits of rubble, bits of detritus, window seals, anything like that. So don't throw your bits away, folks.
No, keep hold of your bits.
There you go. And I can just lean that forward about 45 degrees and that'll just pop off now, just like that. As you know, if anyone's going to amputate a finger,
be me.
A finger of Festa is just for fun. Yeah, that's what we do.
You like it when it just pops off though, don't you?
I do, mate. Makes my day. Makes me feel very proud. So other than that, how's your week been?
All right. Not really been up to much.
No, it's been a little bit still, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I've got some plans for stuff in the works, but other than that, nothing really.
Yeah, I primed the rest of me Cromlech stuff ready because I'm going to go on a Cromlech binge and get some of that filmed. And
nice.
Need to do that. So
I'm still fighting the anti-mojo monster at the moment.
Yeah.
I have a plan. I have a cunning plan.
I know you do. Is it the plan?
The plan. The plan.
Yeah.
My friends.
Yeah, that'll be the plan that I know about then.
Yeah.
Right, let's drop that in there. Tidy that up. Gets rid of all the rubbish on the bench because I know what will happen. I will spill it everywhere because
I really hate painting with pallid witch flesh. It's not a nice colour.
I thought you said last week it was. What you were saying, multiple thin coats.
Yeah, but it's hard work and it always looks terrible at first and you get demotivated. It's not my friend. It's worth it in the end. It's worth it in the end, but it's hard to get there.
Let's bring that on purely and simply because I need me sanders. So let's just shove that there. Get me sanders. There you go. That's the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I was just about to do that.
Yeah. Take the drawer out, Cole, so you didn't put your fat fingers in there. Let's just move that one to there. Now, off the way. Grab the other sander. Right, what else have we got? Don't forget, folks, bench, belly, beverage, and the biscuits. Yes, folks. What's in the belly? What is your bench project? What's your beverage and your biscuits for the night?
Bench is this for me. Belly was noodles.
Oh, right, yeah.
Biscuits. Beverage is a cup of coffee. And biscuits. Oh, chocolate hobnobs, obviously.
Nice. Can't beat chocolate hobnobs.
Nope.
No, just up there.
You really can't.
Exactly. So I'm happy with that.
You speak the truth, sir.
Talking of that, PJ says he doesn't peel strawberries. Jasmine says belly, 2 double burgers with bacon, tomato and cheese with barbecue sauce and curly fries. Bench to me a 35 M18L cat doing the detailed painting. Bevy, Tango OJ, biscuits, bourbons, balloon clear. Sophie loves RC, says your tank is looking awesome. Festa, thank you very much for the feedback, Sophie. Mm-hmm. Steve's saying to you, yeah, but which Christmas, Fox?
I'm not making. You can't pin me down to specifics. I won't be pinned down.
James says I'm at work for another hour. Every single client was a no-show today. Oh, that ain't on, mate. I could have stayed at home, but my car is at another shop getting an alignment. At least it was a nice cool day. Jackie says belly was fish, cake and chips, pudding, strawberries, banana and yoghurt. Beverages, coffee and whip is my crochet blanket. Dale says, fish, cake and chips, marvellous. Sprue and glue is in, says hi Colin, Fox and chat. And Dale says, only downside to chocolate hobnobs, once you start, you cannot stop. Exactly.
This is true. This is true. And the packets are so small.
Shrinkflation.
I know. You can't stop, and before you know it, you've eaten all of them, and you're like, I want more.
Exactly. Coming out up there. Hopefully the sounding isn't too loud. If it is, I'll move on and do something else.
Yeah, sounds all right to me.
Just want to get rid of the larger remnants.
It's part of the process.
I don't have to smooth it, because I always lay a card former in there. The reason I do that is it's easier to paint, but also if you put in doors or things that need to be glued, because you've already bonded the cardboard to the foam, you can then, especially if it's plastic, you could use super glue because it's not going to melt or eat the foam because you've got the cardboard template between it and the super glue. See, there is method.
Protected.
To my madness, folks. Don't let everyone tell you that, but there is method.
You're a method man, aren't you?
I am. I'm a man of many methods.
I'm a man of many methods. And a story I shall tell now. I vow never to use pallid witch flesh again.
Oh, stop whining. What's wrong with you? You big girl.
I'm a big girl.
I'm never going to use this again.
It's the one paint they didn't get right.
That's what I have to put up with, folks. He's a right old moaning Mini today. He really is.
I always am. It's my job.
There you go. All part of being a guru, isn't it? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's what guru means, moaning Mini.
It's in the contract, isn't it?
Wait, it's a contract?
Yeah. Didn't you know that?
I thought that was a menu. Damn.
Right, there you go. Get rid of that off of there. Scoot that back there for now, Carl. You can always let's get me pointiness of spudginess out.
Ooh, spudge.
Go around.
I like to spudge it.
Pick that out under there. Test fit.
I think what I'll have to do is any washes on the skin first and then paint the wraps, because I'm doing two different washes on the skin of the wraps.
Oh, right, yeah.
A bit tricky if I do all the painting. Well, then maybe not, I suppose. Maybe not.
Oh, you might be lucky.
If I do the skin first, then I can get all crazy with the washes and not worry about where they're going and just slap them around, and then I can do the wraps later.
There you go. I was said you was a rapper.
I'm rapping.
Yeah, I'm the Fox Shady, and yeah. We'll end that one there, shall we, mate?
Yeah. Best if you do. Oh yeah. Man, I don't think we're not young enough to do such things. I think.
No, we're not young, hip, and trendy now. I mean, because our hips are knackered, basically. So
we're not hip at all.
No. Pop that in there like that.
Some gold I'll need to retouch, but never mind.
Because what we want then, that's going to sit in round about like so. That'll be painted black, all of that lot. Then you're going to have a pair of the old Dianas on there.
I know what that is. I know that rhyming slang.
There you go, see? So something like that, folks. Get where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So that's why I've got the cardboard template. It's far easier to make the cardboard template fit, because then I know that these will fit, okay?
Yeah.
And then I can space them out and fiddle around with them and feel around them as I need to. Because don't forget, the brickwork would have been built and they'd have made the gate to fit it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then any gaps in real life, they jam with bits of mortar and brick. Anyway.
Bits of mortar, bits of off-cut of brick, all of that gubbins. But see where that's going? I think so. Yeah. Happy days.
Yeah, and as the modeller, if you've got a gap, you can always just jam a plant in there like it's a plant growing out of the brickwork.
Yeah, bit of moss, bit of all of that. So that's where that's going. So I'm happy with that. So we know that works. I've now got to do the same for this cardboard template up there, because there's another door up there, don't forget, folks. See?
I want to be a door.
A door. I see what you did there.
See what I did there. 1990s music reference.
Oh, good you are.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's going to have a nice little door and a frame going in it, see? Something like that. Wrong finger, Cole. Use that finger. You've not been brewed then. There you go. Something like that. So that's what we want to do. Okay, dokily. So let's put the lines in, get them all done. Bom, 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 bom. So let's whop that on there a minute. Get that right tight on that edge, because I've got some loose bricks there. Then we can go slicey like so.
Always try and maintain a nice tight edge if you can, folks.
It can't be a nice tight edge.
Nope. Well, you can, but it gets messy.
See what he did there.
Right. A little bit more on the bottom side.
There.
Some washes.
Do the same around there. And I want this just a fraction larger than the door so that I can feel between the frame and the brickwork, if that makes any logical sense. Because none of these things back then fitted particularly well. Any of you that, like me, own an older house will know exactly what we mean.
Yeah, they were made by blokes that went to the pub and had 10 pints for their lunch. So
yeah. Just above that little eye bolt or eye hole is where I want to sink that into. And about there. Come round and do the same for that corner then. Add you a bit of that. Down. Like so.
No idea how to paint rotted mummy skin, so I'm just going to make it up.
Make it up as you go along, mate.
Yeah, greens and browns, I think.
Yeah, so we'll go that way on this one, because we don't want to cut through the frame, do we? Actually, let's use that blade for the cutting. do the scooping because I feel safer with this one.
I like to scoop it.
Come out that way. There you go. I should be able to do this with the strips then.
How does his hat work?
You're thinking?
Half of his head, man. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm not really sure how much of his head is visible once he puts his fancy hat on. So I've got to. I'll have to paint the whole thing on the off chance that some of it is. I think half of it is visible.
Have you got his hat there? But you know, the one time you don't paint the entire thing is the one time there is that bit that's visible.
Yeah, I've got it mounted on a stick, so I don't want to take it off again. But I think half of his head is still visible, so I'll just paint it anyway. It's all.
Well, it's not going to cost any extra, is it? I mean, it's only a little bit of paint, isn't it? It's not as if you're painting the Sistine Chapel, is it?
No.
Have a quick look at the chat. Okay. Jasmine says, Fox, the packs only look small as you put 4 biscuits in your mouth at once, and they're gone in 4 handfuls. Happy days.
I can't deny that.
Sophie says, nothing on the bench until tomorrow, munching on a Toblerone, sipping a San Miguel. Good choice. Ooh. Everyone saying hello to David. Retro says, I'll happily send large sums of currency to have large volumes of Cadbury Choco sent to me from the UK. Stefan Lars says, pasta carbonara. Bench, Mayday holiday on the beach, late 80s German synth pop. Beverage, a Fanta Zero, the regular orange one. PJ goes, Wabbit.
Wabbit. Wascally.
Yeah.
I think that'll do. It's still, if this was a finished paint job, it'd be horribly streaky, but I'm going to use the streakiness to my advantage, seeing as it's like skin. When I do the washes, it'll be like dark patches.
Oh, right, yeah.
I shall use it to my advantage. Marbling, perhaps. That's what I'm thinking. It won't come out like that at all, but
no.
In my mind. So I'll let that dry for a minute.
Now I'm really worried, see, because the minute you say in your mind, I get nervous because that's quite a bizarre place to go, isn't it? And
well, my mind makes me nervous, and it's my mind.
Yeah, I'm really scared now, to be quite honest with you, that you've said that.
Then again, I'm more than aware that my brain actually hates me, so. Wayne Model Builders in says, hello all. Welcome, Wayne.
Hello, Wayne. How you doing, mate?
No.
Lovely to see you. Lovely.
I've not had tango for a long time, actually. Talking of tango.
Yeah, I tend not to have fizzy drinks now. It's mainly juices.
I ordered at McDonald's the other day and they accidentally sent me. I thought I'd treat myself to one of their big Cokes because they go well with a burger. And it was like, they sent me an Oasis instead, big Oasis. And I was like, okay, this is actually really nice.
Yeah.
Never had Oasis before.
Did you have a roll with it? See what
I did? What? Did I have what?
Did you have a roll with it? See what I did there, folks? Oasis fans will know exactly what I did.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I'll stop now. I will stop now because
it's for the best. You won't.
I thought it was quite good myself.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Well done, that man.
Yeah.
Blowing on his head. Hi, Pam.
There you go. I'm going to go back and use.
Dry for a minute, then I can start washing it. Let's think about shades.
Oh, shades. Oh, the shades.
Now, let's have a think.
So many shades.
Athonian camo shade. We've got more Athonian camo shade.
There you go. That's better. I just don't trust myself with the open blade at the moment because I'm getting a bit switchy. When I get like that, that's when blood will pour from one's fingertips.
Yeah. Beans green.
Let's scoot this out. I want to go a bit deep because I want the door frame recessed into the foam. So
You like to go a bit deep, don't you?
Well, you know.
Well, you know.
He says, desperately trying to keep it family friendly.
Dee.
Had to remind myself that it wasn't a frolic.
Yeah. Wait, what?
There you go. It's crumbling nicely now.
Right, let's get the remains of this wash and the remains of this wash. Let's just do this in my water pot for safety.
Yeah, go on, Fox. Do it in your water pot for safety, dear. You know you want it.
You would go like that. Right. There we go. Only had a little bit of Agrax in that one, so I'll throw that one away.
You like the new Agrax, do you?
I don't think I've actually tapped into my supply of new Agrax yet. I'm not sure if this is one of the new ones or not. But if people don't know, the new Agrax Earthshade, new Null Null that came out, I think last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before, they're kind of a little bit less strong.
Yeah, I think they've messed with some of their paint as well now.
Oh. They need to mess with Iron Pallid Witch Flesh, I'll tell you that.
Oh, stop whining, Fox.
You know
Blimey.
right.
Don't he, eh?
So, do this.
Oh, you
I
ain't got
think
to tell
I'm
your
gonna
mother.
I think, hey, she wouldn't know what you're talking about. I think I'm going to start with a brown wash.
Nice
very
brown
faint.
wash, mate, yeah?
Little bit of brown wash. But faint. I'm going to do it on my wet palette, which is weird for a shade, but I'm going to do it on my wet palette so I can keep it moist.
There you go. We're getting this slowly but surely. There you go.
You don't normally put shades on a wet palette, but
No, it's something I don't do. But
nah, but I want these to be not as vibrant as normal, so I may as well. Can't do any harm.
at the end of the day, you'll know whether it does because he'll start whining again.
I don't whine, he said.
He does.
I whine about the fact I don't whine. Why am I painting it with my mixing brush? That's harsh. That's harsh.
You're what?
I was painting it with my mixing brush.
Oh my God. One job. It's all he had.
So I just want this to go into the little crooks and nannies and start darkening things. Then we can start adding the greens.
Strip that out of there. A bit more. Going to end up with some really nice rubble now for me diggers, which is cool. Because I've got me earthquake scene that I'm going to be doing shortly. And yeah, this is perfect now because I'm getting all the little bits that I want. As like round rubble, scatter, whatever you want to call it. So I'm already seeing interesting little bits that are pinging out of this that are going to be perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be coming soon, folks.
Happy little accidents, always the best way.
They are. Be able to pile up the back there.
It's funny, isn't it? You always get you seem to always get the best results when you don't plan stuff.
Yeah.
If you plan something really carefully, it never quite comes out as good as if you just kind of winged it.
If you try to be too careful, it doesn't always go according to plan.
Yeah, and you're not actually, you're not in free form mode, are you? Just kind of be really careful.
Is it that way around I was doing it? Yes, it was. See. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah. Roughly round about back there. See what I mean with the door? Just sit it back from the frame nicely.
Oh yeah. You mean like a real door?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's kind of where we're going with that. And then you've just got a nice little bit of render visible around the edges. So then like a little step will come when this staircase goes on. So I'm happy with that. This is why I'm not too worried about the carving out being perfect, because by the time you've got your insert on there, Time I've done a little bit of sanding on it and just knocked it back a tad more. That'll be lush. And you can just spudge that down now because
Spudge.
yeah, I can compress it down because there's a door going on the front of it. So I'm happy with that.
There's one thing me and Festa agree on, it's nothing beats a good spudge.
We like a spudge, don't we?
Yeah, it solves so many problems.
Bit just there that's sitting proud. Yeah. Don't want you. Yeah, happy days.
I just licked my brush and it's like right to the shade.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Bad.
I don't know why I just did that. That was a very foolish thing to do. It was a most foolish thing to do. Right, well, that's still a bit wet. Let's mix in. Folian camo shade.
That'll sit in just like that. Happy days. And that'll form the back. And that'll sit against.
Perfetto.
So we want that template in there. And then I know that those two are done for now. Tell me that I can go round and finagle those and get that, what a word, sized and ready for primer. Was I going to do some cracks along the top here where the render has cracked just under them slabs? We'll do a bit of that. Just try and randomise it, folks, because when cracks form on things, it's never uniform. It's never perfectly matched or anything like that. So just go with what looks right and feels right for you. Okay, so I've just got bits of render breaking apart as water has perhaps got in there and things like that. Not every bit is going to fall away and expose a brick. It's just going to start young, work its way along. And the odd bit might just pop out.
Each crack fully depends on whose head hit it and how fast they were going when they hit it. So it's always completely different.
There you go. Because once this gets washes and that, it'll find all of these little nooks and crannies. And that's what we're after. We've got a bit of brickage done down under there. I'm happy with that. Where that slab there has got a join, there may be a little crack start forming along there. That's then going to have a happy little brother. See where I'm going?
Happy little brother.
And it's going to work its way all the way down there. Because the local kids have been jumping up and down on this wall, running along these slabs, see? So they've dislodged a lot of it. And yeah. And it's, don't forget as well, it's 1940s Berlin. So there might have been some of the old planes over the top there, dropping a bit of ordnance down, and structures would have been shaken and rattled about and things. So I'm just trying to perhaps recreate the results of a shockwave. Who knows, you know? But
Yeah.
so we're looking reasonably around about there for that wall for now. I think we're pretty happy with that. We've got the staircase, obviously, that's going to come down the way there.
Yeah.
So that'll sit just around about there, folks, okay? Then obviously the beer truck pulls up. This is the double doors that lead through to the cellar that's in the yard behind. So that's roughly the direction that's going to go. But start the cafe ball now. Start marrying that together. Because then, see, between now and the next show, I can go round, fill these all and get them primed so that we can sit and start painting all these walls over the next few shows, folks, okay?
Mm.
And then going in, we've got this little canteen, and I've started down the bottom. I did a bit of render. We then got a window that is going to come round the corner to where the front of the cafeteria would be in life. But obviously that disappears off the side of the dio because, yeah, you got the road and all of that lot there, the beer truck and that, and then this is the friendly little cafe that then goes along the high street that this road is going down through there. So you'll have a little recess, the corner window comes round and joins there, and then this gives us walls where we can put painted murals or posters on. See where I'm going, folks.
Cool.
So that's kind of where we're going. Hopefully, hopefully you're getting what I'm up to there, folks. Just move that back. You don't want to see a topless Festa, do you? No.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Right, so let's get this all done. Because then I want to carve all the bricks on the side of this today, and that'll be a good end spot for me then. Slightly darker foam this, there's no difference, it's the same concept, it's just you've got a darker blue dye on it for some reason, but it's the same stuff.
Yeah, it's all going to get painted.
Exactly.
Hey,
get rid of that. Let's give that a little bit of a hummity hum 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 like that. That's the commonly known tune.
Hummity hum hum hum.
Hummity hum hum hum.
I'll name that tune in.
Yeah, commonly used in the industry. Start working our way in, just like that. Now let me do another line. Just along there. Pop. Get rid of that. Get another one. All the way along there. Shove another one in there.
I have to admit, I do like painting with shades. Using them as paints rather than shades.
Yeah. I was saying this with
fun.
I was saying this before with the contrasts. I tend to use them for what they're not supposed to be used for. It just works for me.
Like I'm going to build up round the spiky bits on the shell on the back of his head. I'll just do successive coats of agrax to darken them down.
There you go.
So it looks like a darkened shell.
I know what you mean.
I painted, a long time ago, I painted dog meat from Fallout.
That's right, yeah.
The Mobius miniatures, not Mobius miniatures, whoever it was. Anyway, Modifius, that's it. And I had to do like he's a German Shepherd, so I had to that kind of dark patch on his coat, and I was like, I'll just do more Agrax Earthshade.
Yeah.
In a couple of subtle coats, and there you go. He's got a dark patch now.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Same old thing, kiss mentality.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
That's all you need. Hey, how much can I feed to the carpet monster? Yay.
Oh, don't be feeding the carpet monster.
It's all right, it's only fun. Right.
Oh, that's all right then. That keeps him placated.
Keeps him happy.
It keeps him fed so he doesn't look for other more expensive things. I'll give you a minute to dry. Some Beal Tan green there, which is normally dead bright green, so I had to water it down a bit.
All right.
Because I want him to be greeny tinted, but also a bit rotten, so
yeah,
slowly build up the colour.
Get that brick there, Cop.
Let's have a look at chat. My brain's just turned off.
I got to Retro Rabbit Studios, dear. You wasn't paying attention, was you?
I've forgotten what nickname. Oh, Jasmine. I can't remember the nickname for. I was like, what nickname did I give him? Jasmine Allen. Jasmine says, "Been an idiot. I've just realised I haven't painted or even primed the internal ammo racks, and I have to have them done before I can put the kit together."
So glad it's not just me that does that.
Yeah. It says, "Did Fox say crooks and grannies? Who's he hanging around with?" Did I say that or nooks and crannies?
You said crooks and grannies, yeah.
Crooks and grannies, crooks and nannies. Penny's Pit Stops in, says evening guys. Welcome,
Hello, Penny.
Steve says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Yes, always good.
Always nice.
Sophie Loves RC says, is the Tamiya 1/12 scale Suzuki GSX 1300 or Hayabusa a good build?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, it is. You'll have fun doing that.
To be honest, though, I mean, you can kind of say that pretty much all the Tamiya motorbike builds are good builds.
Yeah.
Like some of the really old ones.
Yeah, some of the really old ones can be a little bit bish, but yeah, the more modern ones are fine.
And the good thing with those is they start off, you've got the 9th and 12th scale, and they range in price from 20 quid up to the expensive couple £100. And if you want to get into them, you can start at the small end, at the low end, and just see if you like it. And if you do, you can move up to the more complex.
Absolutely.
Wonderful stuff. I'm not into bikes, but even I like
absolutely. I was just sitting here amazed at what a prolific bike builder you were there. I was mightily impressed here. You had me convinced.
Going off what you've told me in the past.
Yeah, there you go, folks. See, cut out a little channel. Why have you cut out that little channel, Cole? Because little baby windowsills, see, they always sit slightly proud of the window, don't they? Mm-hmm. Just like that. See, you got the cutest little windowsill.
A little tiny pot with a plant in it.
Yeah.
Or a cat.
Exactly. So there you go, folks. Little baby windowsill.
What else is doing? Let's have a look. Penny's Pit Stop. So PJ says to PJ, yeah, really good. Having a splendid week. Almost finished my hobby room. Got offered another new job today. And I'm in a happy mojo building state of mind. Life couldn't be better.
Good for you, Penny. Good for you.
The Bobbins is in and says, greetings, chaps and chapettes.
Hello, Bobs. How you doing? Trim that bit.
And PJ says, excellent news. Glad to hear you getting breaks for a change to Penny's Pit Stop. PJ says, oi Fox, please explain to the viewer what slap chop speed painting is. I heard the term in a Warhammer vid the other day. Sadly, they didn't explain it, so I thought I'd ask you being the guru. Well, I've never done it, but Festa's done it.
Yeah, it's the Xenophile paint scheme. I will show you what it is. Basically, what you do is you paint something base black, you then give it a shade of grey, like so, and then you would go over them with an off-white, something like Celestra grey, or Ultron grey, highlight the real highlighted points, and then you mix your paints right down to glazes, and you just layer it, so it's like semi-transparent. That's what slap chop is, mate.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep, just painting with glazes, isn't it?
Yeah, also known as Xenophile. It's the same process, basically.
Yeah.
Slap chop is very quick, very fast, but it does look a bit like a watercolour. You get a very washed out look to the end of paint job. That's the only downside.
Yeah, it has a certain desaturated look to it, doesn't it?
I did a couple, but I since went back and just did them how I normally would, because they was a bit too washed out for my liking.
Yeah. I mean, painting like that has been around for a while. I think slap chop appeared when contrast paints came out, because people started to do it with contrast paints.
Yeah.
With Citadel's contrast paints. But it's basically painting with glazes. It's really good. You can build up really strong colours, but it takes so many coats that a lot of people leave it at that watercolour stage. And like Festa, it looks nice, but it's not for me. It's a very quick way of painting.
It's all right if you want to get a massive army or a lot of builds out the box built and on the table very quickly, but
yeah,
I would say that the more serious painters would probably stick to what they know.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you've got that window. It's going in somewhere around there, so let's put that in. Behind these, I'm going to do some decals where you've got people sat in there having, I don't know, a beer or something like that. Because, yeah, why not? Just to give you...
sitting there having a beer.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea. That's kind of the direction. Oh, let's just glue that brick back in. That's the kind of direction you're going. You're looking like a little recessed window in the corner there. But then where the dio ends, it just disappears. It would be another double window, but obviously space runs out. Okay, so that's kind of where that's going. So that can come out. I can now shape this and put the other window sill in for the other side now.
I like to shape it.
Like that. So let's just pop that out for a minute. We've got another one coming round there, so that needs to come out. Cut in, lose that entire part, because I don't need that. And that will become stone and rubble then from the old bit of the old Barney. Oh dear Fred. Yeah, you know the one.
I say, were they two card characters from the Flintstones?
Like that. That's kind of the direction. So let's find that windowsill. Is that the longest one? Yeah, it was. He's going to sit somewhere like that. A dump. Like that. You've got to do the noise as well, folks.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's going to come round and go like that. Like so.
Half of modelling is the sound effects.
Yeah, and sit somewhere around about there. Okay. Then obviously up the side is going to be the edge of the dios. You're not going to see none of that. That's all going to be gone. Right. So we're happy with that. Let's lose edge. Don't care whether it sits slightly proud because I've got to run the cutter along there once this is all glued together. Yeah, so I'm happy with that.
I hardly know her.
And that can be textured then. Right. Get the PVA out and get that all walloped in there.
Ooh, PVA.
Bit of the old file
Primary school
scrap.
time. Primary school glue time. I've inadvertently given him a tan line.
Oh, F you now.
I've somehow got like the bottom of his neck a little bit lighter than the top of his neck, like he's got like a bit of a untanned spot. He's been away somewhere.
Oh, right, okay. Now just slap that on there. Put these windowsills in.
Bobbin says, also my random mystery prize arrived. Photo in the Facebook group. Lovely.
Oh, nice one, mate. Well done, mate.
We can't wait to see if it was the 500 sprues of photo etch on.
Oh, mate, I wouldn't laugh. I wouldn't laugh at all, Bobbins.
I wonder if James sometimes gets that and goes, no, I can't.
It's been close, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He has been close to dispatching it, and he couldn't quite bring himself, could he? So, just want that to sit.
Right, I'm going to step away for a second. I shall be right back.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Right, so that's kind of where we're going with that. Was I happy with that going in? Round about there, I reckon. Yeah, so they'll be double-sided on now that I've glued my windowsills in. I want them PVA purely because I want them to bond. I can then double-side the everything else on me. The cardboard and that, I don't mind that because the double-sided stuff is really uber sticky anyway, and it's what I finish sticking all the diorama stuff together with anyway, and it's proverbial to the blanket, if you know what I mean. It sticks. Once it's on there, it's on there. It's pretty much, you get one shot, and yeah, you kind of want to make sure that in that one shot you get it where you need it. Just slightly proud for a reason. And we just run our scalpel along there. Get that out of the way a minute. And then work our way and start getting the excess off. It is uber sticky, this stuff, but I must admit, I do like it. get rid of that. Because, like I say, these bits of card, I don't want any super glue getting in and eating away at the foam, because you know what it's like. Some of the more stronger glues and foams don't get on. So rather than risk it, I tend to double side tape a bit of card in there, and that will stop any issues with super glue from the window frames or anything like that burning a big divot into the foam. So I'm just going to quickly scoot this lot off, stop the fan from blowing it about, because it's getting a bit blowy with the fan at the moment. Apologies. Let's get that out of the way, move that there and organise myself a little bit. There you go. We'll have a quick scoopykins, I think, just to be on the safe side. My little bag of foam is growing exponentially, however you say it, but it is growing nicely.
Look at all that lovely rubble.
Oh, yeah. A goodly bag of it is forming.
Oh, yeah. Lots of purposes for that.
Oh, yeah, because, like I say, I keep all my sheet off-cuts, but also I keep all of the little off-cuts as well, just to...
Yeah. You never know when you might need a few bits and bobs.
Exactly. So let's just swap that there. Don't need them now.
Thankfully, it's not a pile of photo etch, says Bobbins.
Put that on there to protect that blade, because this is me. Actually, I'm going to put that in its box with its friends, because I know then I won't cut myself now, because I'm done with the blade work. Right. Where were we? We was here. That's where we were. Sanders there. Kniffy. How we doing?
Kniffy.
Ah, da 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 da.
I suppose I think about his feathers, isn't I?
Yeah. Oh, we'll have a look later, Bobbins, to see what you got, mate. Because yeah, I love it when people win stuff. Makes my day, because yeah, it's just nice that folks win something, you know. Because why not? Let's get the other bit out, and then we can stick that so that the window frame
Colour
doesn't overlap it. Round about there. Here's where we want to go, so that when that bit goes down, it sits nice and tight in the window frame. Technically, then sit nice and flush in there like that. See, that's what we want.
Cool.
Just line that up, and this will all go off once the PVA goes off. But this red card will stay on there now, because the decals and that will get applied to it, but I can prime over this quite happily. So, and it also neatens up any shoddy, slightly dodgy carving that you've done, because all you want to do is scoop that out. You're not worried about what it looks like. Well, I certainly ain't, because I know I'm going over it. So that side of it didn't fuss me at all, but more fastidious and fussy would probably make sure it was perfectly aligned and scooped, but not when you can cover it with a bit of card. So yeah. Right, let's get that out of the way.
It's time for one of my favourite paint names. Ushabtibone.
Good paint name.
Ushabtibone.
You feel better now?
I feel better now.
I need to put Duncan. He doesn't get out much, folks.
I need to get a video of Duncan saying Ushabtibone for like 10 hours in a loop and just put it on autoplay. Be relaxing.
As well.
Yeah.
It's almost as good as listening to Rowan Atkinson say Bob.
Bob.
Brilliant. Bob.
Or did you ever see when he did the school register at the Secret Policeman's Ball? His whole skit was reading out. He's got like children called Particle.
Yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. Entirely playing on how he's good at pronouncing Floppy words.
YouTube him, folks, if you've not heard of him. The younger generation, just YouTube him. Sit in awe on how innocent comedy once was.
Yep.
Just his play on the English language was perfect.
Oh, there's more feathers underneath the feathers. Ooh.
And just bring that windowsill forward now.
See, this guy knows the value of a nice feather on his fancy hat.
You do like a feather on that, don't you?
Oh, there's something fancy about it. Can't go wrong with a fancy hat. Men don't wear fancy hats anymore. It's a shame.
I love hats, you might have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I was fascinated with my mum. My love of hats. Right, so that's that done.
It's like modern suits are a bit like modern cars. There's just no style, no interesting design. They're just boring. Like classic suits from back in the day.
Back in the classic days.
Suits. They knew how to make suits in the 40s.
Right. Are we happy with that? Bring that out a tad.
You're a tad.
There you go, and sit that in. Okay, I'm tempted. We'll see how that cures before I go for the nuclear option. But right, let's work out where we're going around the front of this wall, because it ends literally there. So it's just going to be 3 courses of brick underneath that windowsill. Simple to do.
Mm-hmm. Underneath the wind.
The sill.
It sounds like some kind of prescription drug. I need a course of windowsill on for a week.
Right. That's a short. So that'll be there. Which makes that a long. So that'll be a short there. That'll be a long right in the middle, like so. And then the same up here. There you go. Won't worry about shaping them too much near the windowsills because I want them to bond. And run my scalp.
Bond.
There. You go. Straight away. Drag that down. Cut the little scratches across the brick just to give a bit of texture. Using the back of the blade there, just to make these little scrapey lines in the bricks. Then we'll get our little bit of foil, run that along the face.
If you don't behave, I'll show you the back of my blade.
There you go. And we've got a bit along the windowsill there. And then we can sit that back in its place then. A little tinsy-wincy gap between the windowsills, purely and simply, because that's a mortar joint. Perfect. There you go. So that's all I want for that. And then the other side of the wall's never going to be seen because that's got the veneer to go on it.
Veneer?
Yeah, veneer. Nice bit of oak veneer going on this.
Sounds posh, that does.
Well, it's eModels, isn't it? It is posh, doing it for the eModels guys. So kind of want them to be happy with the end result of my effort. So.
I think they will. Right, so I got the base colours down in those shades for his skin, using a little bit of Agrax and some Athonian Camera shade and some Biltan green. So now I've got a base sort of colour. I'm going in with the Athonian Camera shade, and I'm going to start building up darker areas, at the tips of his fingers and under his neck, around the back of his head. And I might mix in a little bit of Agrax with the Athonian Camera shade, because the Biltan green's bright green. It's like that. So that was just to get a base. Now I can start building up, but just brown on its own is just, I don't want that. I want a greeny brown, so we shall mix and match and see what happens. This is why I love painting my shades, because you just build them up. Maybe you're painting like furry things and stuff like that. Painting with shades is great.
And just roll me carefully applied ball of foil just along the edges of those. And just round them off.
Ball of foil. I'm sure there's a song in that.
I noticed you talk over me whenever I was trying to explain something there, but yeah.
I thought you'd finished to say what you're saying.
You carry on, mate, but yeah. When you was talking about your Lord Kroak just now, I gave you the dignity of being silent or quiet.
Oh, I thought you.
No, I was trying to say what I was doing, but you jumped straight over us, mate. Not to worry.
Sorry, I thought you finished talking for the minute.
No, I'll shut up. Right, let's just do that. There you go. Probably double side that one down because that does seem a bit flat here. Right, what have we got? 2 courses of brick. Yeah. Let's have a look at chat. Dibble, leave orifice alone. Bobby says, tidying the bench during the build, madness. Yeah, I'm on a mission at the moment where I got fed up with the clutter on my bench. So I'm kind of on a keeping it tidy mission at the moment.
It's very impressive.
How long it lasts is another matter. Work me way all the way along there. Okay, so that'll be 1 course. That them a bit roughened up. There you go. Comes round there, Carl.
Be positive about it. You've got several big reasons to keep it tidy this time.
Yeah, I've got a lot of builds that are growing. Look how small the 1/16 tank looked on the bench on Monday.
Yeah.
It fitted on there without me having to move half a ton of stuff out of the way. So, for that alone, it was worthwhile exercise.
The funny thing was, he sent me a photograph of that tank on the bench, and it looked like a little tank with the whole of the bench in view. And it looked like a little tiny 1/35 tank. So when I saw it on the stream on Monday, I'm like, oh, blimey, it's massive. I forgot.
Very enjoyable build it is. I have enjoyed it. And it's one of those, I want to try and stay subtle with it if I can help it, but this is me, don't forget.
You're just enjoying working on the big size, aren't you? Because there's much more you can do.
Well, yeah, because I'm not worried about the finicky smallness of parts, so I can kind of do a bit more with it than I normally would, so yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really am. So I've got 2 courses of brick. Right, so you would have long, short, long, long, short, 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 long. There you go. That'll marry that up. Perfect. And then that one. Be short, header and footer basically on bricks. Cool. Let's slap that in there. So we know that's that. Then becomes a long. The long and the short of it. See what I did? So that's
Give
that.
you 5 points for that one.
That's that brickwork done. Yeah, right. Let's get the spudger of spudginess just on then. Straight in there. So, there you go. Right. Yeah, we're going to have a wager then on how long my bench tidiness stays. You know, is this something we think is going to be long term? It needs to be, put it that way.
I think it'll stick. If it doesn't stick, then it'll only unstick the moment you no longer have an enormous build to do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, another year at least. I think it'll stick there.
It is nice to be able to open a hobby zone drawer.
just simply open it.
Yeah, just lean over and go, slide. Oh, look, I can open that drawer. It's actually, it took me a while to realise that all my empty glue bottles, I finally found where I'd been putting them because I had lost them all and I knew I had saved a load. They're all in the shelf behind there, but there was so much stuff in front of it. Right. So we got that front render, rear render. That is where the base goes. Little bit of a crack there. Happy with that. Posters are going there. There would probably be something painted there on the wall, I reckon. Yeah. That's what I reckon. Right. In my little world, that's what it'll be. It's long. Is that what it is? Oh, let's have a look.
I forgot the name. Jasmine. I can't remember the name again. Jasmine says, I wonder if Colin's been planning to build a scratch-built 3D printed 1/3 kit with working engine. If he hasn't, should he? It could be driven by a toddler, or as we call him, Fox.
Honestly, I've got a big old London bus to do next for eModels. There may be a surprise build coming up for the Wednesday show. We'll see. Yeah. What else is after that? Pretty much anything will go after that, won't it? I might put it open to the Facebook group, the eModels Facebook group, and go, rightio, come on. Here's a selection of maybe 3 or 4 different possibilities. What do you think?
Yep. See what they fancy next.
See what they fancy next. Just involve the chat folks a bit more.
Nothing wrong with that.
As long as they don't say Dora, I don't mind. But
well, yeah, just to make sure you don't put that on the list.
Yeah, Dora will not be on the list. Yeah. Just rub the edge of
baby.
Yeah, it's so got Ted's name written on it, isn't it? We keep threatening Ted, don't we, and saying, yeah, we've had words with Pete. He's going to get you a Dora. Don't.
You can't spell Ted without a D, an O, an R, and an A.
Yeah.
And the number 135th.
Bless him.
Somewhere on it.
So, yeah, I don't really know. Like I say, I've got a big bus, that's 24 scale. Honestly, don't know what I'll be doing after the tank. Probably, like I say, the bus. Yeah. Wednesday's show will be the Cada Lego digger. That's on pre-order.
Nice.
Once that's done, I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you, what to do after that build. So that'll probably be when I reach out and go, rightio, folks, let me know. Sorry, what was that? You want to do one?
I was going to say, do you fancy doing one of them IXO cars?
They're not. What's his name? I'll talk to you about that off air.
Ah.
But yeah, inquiries were made, but
right, cool.
Not got enough in stock to do a build on one yet. So yeah. Don't forget, they'll be at Telford this year as well, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Doing the God Hand stall and all of that. So I know that because I inquired.
James says, and home, woo! And Jasmine says, a Tiger tank, maybe a Willys Jeep.
Oh, that's a good shout.
PJ says, big jag, Colin, just saying.
Yeah, it's not an eModels build, Pete. PJ, just saying.
James says, a 1/16 scale factory that makes 1/35 models. Hee hee.
Yeah.
Hee hee.
And the Jag is a private build, mate. It's not an eModels build.
And Sophie says, I just ordered the Tamiya Suzuki GSX Hayabusa plus paints. Please may I post pics of what I ordered in the Facebook group? Absolutely.
Of course you can. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. Share your hobby love.
Absolutely.
Right, I think he's gone as green as I need him to go now, so I just need to darken him up.
Absolutely.
And then I'll do highlights later with actual proper paint, grown-up paint.
You go careful.
I know.
Doing all this proper building and that, you know, people going to start thinking that, you know, you're a profesh.
I don't think they'd be that naive to think something like that. Me, profesh, no chance.
This is an end wall, so it's going to be render. Let's come along there with them. Like that. Okay. Let's see whether we can trim that down now. Yeah, she'll enjoy that build, Suzuki. The build. Friend of mine's got the real Hayabusa and came round and took me out on the back as just a little refresh on my days on bikes. You know, it was a lovely thing for him to do, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I also realised why I had an inane hatred of riding pillion. More so now, because obviously trying to be in control of the gyroscopic effect, it was a lot more difficult. So
You've probably also got memories of what you did to people that were riding pillion.
I deliberately had not raised that subject. Cheers for that, geese. I think most fellas have done it when they've had a pillion passenger.
Yeah.
He says clutching at the straws.
There are straws, they have been clutched.
Definitely. How many blokes out there who own motorbikes have popped the missus off the back when they've pulled a wheelie at the lights? Yeah.
Trying some purple.
You do it once.
Yeah.
Right. We got that, we got that, we got that.
Yeah, you do it once and you get that look.
I still get that look when it gets reminded.
And is that regular that it gets reminded? Oh,
yeah, because I've got two sons that love seeing their dad squirm, mate. Yeah, Dad, do you remember that time? That would be an ecumenical matter. And I get the furrowed look over the top of the glasses. It goes. Yeah.
You're sitting there going, I didn't even know you read the Times, dear.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I love that. Yeah. Oh, they're a
That thing where you kind of look at your feet.
Parent, I fancy them remembering that. I'd forgotten. I haven't. Oh, damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, you sit there and like look at your feet and kick a pebble.
It was a long time ago, all them years ago. She goes, yeah. Okay. Right. Have you a bit of that? Okay. Strategically placed ball of oiledness over there. And then let's have a lookykins. Somewhere like so. And then that come round there, like that. Cool.
A lot of blowing on models when you're doing shades.
Is there, dear?
Well, normally I'd have the hairdryer out, but...
So I take it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's. So look and see where we can get a bit of inch. Yeah, I could put a bit of tape behind there, couldn't I? And that'll hold that in place just so that we can see what that looks like. It's fine. We take off dispenser-ness. Have you a bit
Tape
of that?
dispenser noise, that?
Yeah. Tape of dispenser-ness.
Dispense for me the tape of goodness.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the lake. Tape of stickiness applies. You'd need to get out more, don't I? Back out of the way. We've then got door of sloppiness, so let's get some toothpicks out. Then we can
£3 for £1.
start having a looky-loo. The result of my efforts today so far. Because like anything, I like to be able to try to see in 3D where I'm going. So we got that under there. Underneath there. We then got that coming round the way. Multiple holes to choose from.
Easy.
To get the alignment right. So that's roughly, let's take that out of there for a minute. Get the old frog and toad going in there.
I think I may end up making this guy look a bit more recent than mummified than ancient, but I don't mind. I like it.
It's all right, it's your model. You know, take your model, but eModels is model.
He's only been dead for 100 years, not 1,000 years.
Yeah. You like so. Try not to stick yourself to it, Carl. Come round that way. And then you'll be somewhere
James
around there.
says, pizza ordered, pepperoni, sausage, green pepper with Parmigiano chicken, bites on the side, drank a can of Pepsi, no bench work, no biscuits yet.
Oh, nice. Like so.
Jasmine says, my dad sent me a message earlier saying the garage around the corner from him are selling a surely newish Bentley for 22k. My first question was, what's wrong with it? The second was, when do you get it?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Bentley. It's like, yeah.
22k.
Right. Something like that. Let's have a look. Who's that? Where are they? They're over there, that's right. There's, there.
I have to say, all the little foam noises that you make when you're doing with the foam are very satisfying.
Oh, mate, I could literally spend the rest of my life doing this sort of stuff.
The little squeaky, crunchy noises are quite pleasing.
Give you a bit of that. Thin that out of the way for a minute. Gonna try. See how we're coming together. Let's just pop that out of the way. Like that. I got another stick of cocktailiness, so grab one. It's shove you in there. Pop. You'll then go somewhere like so. You've then got window frame. Got a lamppost to go in yet as well. We've got a window and a frame. We've got Diana up in there. I'll get you in there, my darling.
Underneath the lamp.
Like so. And then we've got a big old set of wooden doors. There's going to be a slight ramp coming down there.
You're a slight ramp.
Backs up. Like that. It'll be sat somewhere like that. Let's just use the corner there to hold that door up just for a sec. Stop it flapping like a flappy McDoordamus. You then got Barrowman over there. Oh, yeah, look at some of that. He's doing the business, but you get where it's going? Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. It's once you've actually got that side wall on now, it just all starts to come together. Yeah. You're like,
It's almost just like a little corner. You've got your market square, your cobbled main road there, and you've got a little side street that goes off where the cafe and all of that lot would carry on going that way. Yeah. It's getting there, isn't it?
It's looking awesome.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, folks? Well, let's bring that out a bit.
The true test is when you look at that and in your mind you can just imagine what carries on from each side of the diorama. That's the true test of if it works.
You know, obviously you've got the milk truck, you've got old Valtteri Bottas there, the butcher. He's stood under there with his market stalls doing his thing. He's going to be stood up here, Ivan. He's just been up there and got his meat out and broke his staircase. But you can see where it's going, can't you?
Yeah.
I hope anyway. So that's what I'm up to. That's just a simple little bit of thought. Making myself out that I know what I'm doing, but you know what I mean.
Who does?
So yeah, hopefully you're beginning to see that coming together. I would say cobbled together. But
I know you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
You would though, wouldn't you?
I would. So that, I think, is pretty much getting close to having a PVA mix painted over it, ready for primer, I think. It's tempting. I don't think there's that much more. Got a lamppost to go in the corner there, where he's going to be. So he's going to sort of be about there. So there's going to be a lamppost in there doing its thing. Start bring that windowsill back out a bit because we've been moving it about. There you go. Yeah. I reckon that'll work. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
well, it's the real world, so everything's completely random anyway. So if anything doesn't work, it's just
obviously above the doors. I've got me little other bit of wooden frame to go in, so that'll cover up where that red is. So that's going to be up in there. So I'm not fussed about that. It's like anything. You're now trying to envisage paint going on and marrying all three of them together.
Yeah.
So again, like the base here, I'll put the base colours down on the two walls before I assemble them. Then I'll permanently affix everything in place, and then I can go around and detail paint everything then. Because then, like I say, with washes and that, where the staircase is on the wall, the drips will run in the right place. You'll have streaks going down the walls where the rain has built up in the rust on the staircase and streak the wall a bit and all of that gubbins.
Yep.
That's the plan anyway.
It's looking awesome.
I'm going to have a swig of tea for a minute, I think.
Yeah, as soon as you can imagine beyond the edges, you kind of nailed it. And I could just see that little cafe going off down the side. There'll be some little chairs and tables on the outside. A German fellow in his apron serving schnapps.
Yeah, I still haven't decided what to do about the roof yet. Whether to have a slope, because the slope would probably come towards the front street side, and this would be a gable end, and I don't want to go too high because it's going to end up going even higher. So I'll just do it where the wall ends, I think, will be sufficient. Because it could continue up then to another floor, there. might be a 3-story house, but originally I was going to have like a bit of roof coming off the edge, so to speak. But I thought it's going to look a bit short for a house because time you got a dividing floor, then another room, it's going to end up the gable of the roof would be up here somewhere, and it's going under the counter at eModels, so I know.
Yes, they've got to put it somewhere.
I kind of know it's A4 by A4, so it's like, yes, we're not gonna do that. We don't need.
You can always just have like the very subtlest hint of like a gutter and like just maybe only a couple of centimeters of tiled roof.
Well, this is it, because I can start the poster in its frame here, but it just like. You get the lower part of the top part of the wording and then the rest of it, so you know that the wall would have gone higher.
Yeah.
That's the theory. A bit like the cafeteria window where it ends where the diorama ends. You know that's a double window there. But obviously where the diorama ends, you're left with that half of the window.
Yep.
So, yeah. Ted's drunk there. He's just fell over whilst moving his barrel.
Ted's been sampling the merchandise again. Ted.
Yeah, Ted. Ted's the milkman, isn't he? It's so Ted. It really is.
He's been sampling somebody else's merchandise then.
But obviously you've got all your market stalls to go in under the stairs and all of those. So we can start putting those all in place once I've got the grouting, because it's all got to be grouted yet. All the mortar's got to go in and... That one was Ted. There's Ted. Ted moustache. All right there. Slap it on. Barra.
Barra.
Barra. Right. What was in there? There was more of it in there. I knew I already started a bag. Right. Okay, so we'd have that, and that.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Okay.
Silence, dog.
Yeah.
With your barking.
There you go. Put that all in there. That gives me all my detritus. We can get a shot of all of that. There you go. La 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 la.
Quite pleased with how this is coming out.
I was just about to say, how's it getting? How's it going?
Yeah, I shall show the good people.
Yeah, go full screen if you need to, do you?
No, that's all right. I'll just go close enough.
Sure they're interested in how it's going.
Get me focus on so you can see.
Nice.
So it's not quite as garish as it looks on camera, but you can see I've got some. It's still wet, so it's shiny.
Yeah.
But I've been doing the sort of green and garish tones on his hands and skin. A bit darker towards the edge of the hands, dark around the mouth, and I've got a hint of purple around the mouth just to give it some variation. Then at the back, I've left it so that the top here, the crown, is like a bit lighter, then it gets darker as it goes down towards the back. And I'll do some more brown around that so the back of it is quite dark, because that's more like shell than skin.
Yeah.
Then I'll need to repaint all the gold and the strings and stuff.
Hold on a minute, repaint all the gold? I thought you just spent a couple of weeks doing all the gold. You've got to repaint it.
Well, they've got wash all
happy?
over it now, so I might just touch them up a little bit. No, it's just the gold, the wash.
Oh, right, you've got a wash on it. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but I've got to paint all the string and stuff anyway, so and then once I've done that, I'll do some little tiny highlights of like a pale green colour, just on some of the prominent bits, just to give it some depth. But I thought I'll be brave and I'll put some purple in with the rest of the greens just to give it some variation. So he doesn't look like he doesn't look 10,000 years old now. He looks more like he died maybe 100 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
it
fine.
almost looks like he's mildly decomposing rather than fully gone.
Yeah, he's not fully 1,000 years old yet, but it's coming on. It'll kind of come together when he gets his bandages and stuff all sorted out.
A nice one.
And that's just all with shades. And I love painting with shades because you can get some real nice organic, sort of fleshy.
Pardon me. It's a bit of subtle shading.
Yeah, I've got a load of poxwalkers to paint one day. And they're all like decaying zombies, and they're just going to be great to just mess about with contrast paints and shades.
Yeah, they'll be fun to do.
Yeah. pale skin colour and then just slap contrast paints and shades all over and get all the purples and greens and browns. Yeah, decaying nonsense.
So yeah, that's pretty much me done, mate, for the day. So I don't know what you want to do, when you want to finish or whatever.
I'm good. I'm good. I've kind of finished my washes now. So
I'm pretty much at that place with it where this can have its PVA mix put down, and then I can go around and fix the doors, windows, and all of that lot in place, and start getting this all primed and ready.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with that window, whether to just black the windows out, because yeah, it's during the war, isn't it? It would have been blackout, wouldn't it?
Or yeah, I was going to say maybe some hint of a net curtain behind it, but yeah, you'd have to then start thinking about the side window, which wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to put decal on there with people in the pub and all of that lot. I don't know. Would this is in Berlin, in Germany? I mean, I know we had our blackout during the war, but I don't know what the Germans did. Whether they had blackout tape on the windows and things, because over here we had the masking tape quadrants, didn't we? And then everything was blacked out behind it to stop them seeing the light. Would they have done the same? I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe. Have you got any clear vinyl type stuff? Because you could make a glass paint and then have a
I've got acetate for that. I said that earlier. That I've got acetate going in behind the windows for the glass.
Oh yeah,
so.
That'd work. And then just put a curtain behind it, and then you've just done that, aren't you? Make a little curtain out of something.
Yeah, it's just
curtain.
One of them, innit? It's like, yeah.
I think leaving it black would look a bit weird, and putting a picture of a background, the perspective wouldn't be right from all the other angles.
Yeah, I kind of need to mull it over, I think, before I fix that window frame. Because once the frame's in, it's in. But no, I've got clear acetate. That ain't the problem. But
cool. Yeah, I think a curtain might be a good solution.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Doesn't want to be too fat, though, because I don't want the window sticking right out.
Bobbin says meat. Thingy says moist meat, and then says, I'm pretty sure the Germans had blackouts as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to do a bit of Googling, I think, just be on the safe side. But yeah, because, yeah, I mean, like, it's only a small window at the end of the day, but it's
yeah,
one of them, innit?
I mean, if you didn't want a blackout type curtain, you could always like very fine mesh to make a net curtain, and then a picture of inside of a bar behind it that you can bear.
Yeah, but like I just said to you, Fox, I don't want to come out too fat so that the window frame ends up sitting too proud. It's going to be flush.
Yeah, no, you'd have to like have it recessed inside.
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah,
I'll do a bit of Googling and see what I can find. You know, if there's a picture, I might just print the picture. It's like, you know, it's done then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because by the time you make curtains and put all the ripples in, it's going to be, yeah. Okey-dokey, right. Let's leave that as that then, folks. I'm sure we got a little bit of progress going there, folks. So hopefully you're beginning to, it says, just check blackout was enforced from dusk to dawn all through the war. You could put a squig behind the windows. I'll tell you what I could do. I could just put Fox behind the window. He gets everywhere, doesn't he? So let's just stick him behind the window and be done with it. I'm sure the guys at eModels will love that. Put Pete Mate in there. Yeah, so that's it then. What else is going on? PJ says, loves me a diorama that tells a story, and yours does exactly that. Brilliant. It's getting there. Like I say, it's just a snippet of a tiny corner, little street market square in Berlin during the war. And pretty much, you know, you've got the cars, the trucks, the different figures. Rather than me just have done them as a build and they be on a shelf, I just thought, well, put them in a little scene, and that's all it needs. Yeah. Nice and simple.
It's all the carving work that makes it come to life with just some simple foam blocks, and you can make them look like brick walls and stonework and all kinds of stuff.
Exactly. Retro said the Great Pork Shoulder Disaster of 1937. Yes. Well, I am going to translate some posters into German just to have something on the walls rather than them be bearable. So there will be some little fly posted banners on some of the walls. But this one, I want to put something on it. I don't know whether it's going to be something to do with the brewery or the calf, you know, the manufacturer of the milk. I don't know. I haven't decided. But normally big gable ends like that on buildings used to have a big hand-painted thing, didn't they, on them?
Yeah, they were always about like beer or bicycles.
Beer, bicycles, that sort of thing. So,
yeah.
Again, I'll have a look online. If I see something, then, you know, it might be just as simple as printing it out on A4 sheet and running a tea bag over it. I don't know, but part of me wants to brush paint something on the wall just to make it look a little bit more authentic. I don't know. I need to think about it.
Yeah. I think a hand painted sign will be better.
But yeah, I'll send you that. Then you can hand paint the sign for it.
No.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Like I say, I got a little lamppost to go up there. I think that'll be enough, don't you?
Yeah.
So
it's tons of stuff. You've got loads of stuff going on. It's great.
Yeah, it's one of them. I don't want to go mad. Yeah, but like I say, with the different models that we got from the range, fall down, gone. There you go. For the different models we got from the MiniArt range there, I just thought it was nice just to put them together in a little market scene. Hopefully, this worked.
And the thing is people will say, like, why do they make a kit of stairs? Well, you see why a kit of stairs is really good, because it gets dioramas built.
Why not? Because my original concept for this was the market scene. The barrels going into the cellar, and then there was going to be an underground level of the bottom part of the cellar with the other part of the staircase and a bit of resistance going on and things like that. But it would have been so tall and so big that it was like it would have taken away from the vehicles. And the story is the little vehicles and the little characters. That's the story, and the rest of it is just garnish, isn't it? But there you go. What else have we got? Jasmine says you could have Pete directing the men with a drink in his hand. Full-blown yacht hair. Absolutely. But yeah, definitely something. Again, even with the doors here, you know, there might be a painted brewery logo across the doors. I don't know. Decided. I'll get them in place and see where I go with it. So that's pretty much it, folks, for tonight.
Cool.
Me and his lordship will be back on Friday for a bit more Friday frolicking goodness over on my channel. We'll be back Monday with the gang of four. Ted, Chris, myself and Fox, all real life, all depending, of course. We'll be back with our regular Monday eModels show. Is it gallery show this time? Or not?
It can be. It's kind of more as and when, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember when we last done one. So, like I say, if you've got any work that you want seen, bung it in the eModels gallery on the Scale Model Edit Facebook group, and if we do a gallery show, we'll get to show your wares, folks.
Yeah.
So
we'll do another little giveaway thing as well. So
absolutely got another giveaway to do and all of that, because we are determined to send someone graciously 42 threats of photo etch. I so want it to be Bill. So want it to be Bill, because my love of Devil's Metal's known, but his is even worse, mate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could make suggestions as to who they should go to, and then if that person.
Yeah, James, if ever you get a winner by this name, how much of a bribe is it to send them all the photo etch?
Yeah. So remember, be nice to me and Festa, because you never know what might come through your door.
I don't think I could be that cruel, could I?
Yep.
Yeah.
I could.
on that note, folks, we'll love and leave you and let you get on the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining us too. And the guys at eModels really do appreciate you coming in and tuning in as well. So sharing the love from those folks as well. And we'll see you Monday, 9 p.m. on this channel for some more Monday eModels gang stuff. There you go.
Yes.
So, bye-bye for now.
Adios, amigos.